So Brock Purdy had this great game, and Trey Lance is trending on Twitter because Twitter is mean like that, which is why I like Twitter so much. And of course, the tweets are, where are the Niners going to trade Trey Lance? What are they going to get for him? He's done. Should the 49ers trade Trey Lance this offseason?
Absolutely not. No, it's why? Like it doesn't make any sense to me at all. Like for one, if you're talking from a business standpoint, they're not going to recoup 3 first-round draft picks. So in that regard, it's going to be a losing situation no matter what. And so Kyle Shanahan, John Lynch, they don't want to lose out on that deal. So first of all, it's from a business standpoint, it's honestly a ridiculous idea. Second of all, the book is not written on Brock Purdy or Trey Lance yet. Neither one of them. We've had 7 quarters from Brock Purdy that look good. We've had 4 games from Trey Lance. It's absolutely insane to think what either of these guys are or can be at this point. There's no way they're trading Trey Lance next year or in the offseason at all.
They're too invested to give up on Trey Lance before ever really giving him a chance. They're too invested. Right. And frankly, like you said, they don't know enough about Brock Purdy to just go all in. And also, they've got to be honest with their own history. They never keep their quarterbacks healthy. They need both of them. Even if both are really good, they need both of them. Maybe they could find a way to play both of them. I don't know. They flirted with that idea a couple years ago when it was Jimmy Garoppolo and Trey Lance. But no, they shouldn't trade Trey Lance. It still could be that he ends up having the best career of all these guys. It could be that Brock Purdy is a really good story with a limited ceiling who struggles to stay healthy because he's a playmaker who dies for first downs. It could be that Trey Lance has had bad luck and he ends up being a Pro Bowl quarterback. Or it could be that Brock Purdy's the real freaking deal and Trey Lance was a mirage and all that stuff. The Niners won't know for a while. So don't pretend.
Suck, right?
Yeah, exactly. The Niners won't know for a while, so don't pretend like you do. And don't make any rash decisions. Bring them back. Let it play out. That's what I would do.
Here's the thing, too, that's really I've been thinking about the last couple of days as well, is Kyle Shanahan still doesn't know how to use Trey Lance, right? He called the game plan that you see for Brock Purdy and even Jimmy, but even more so Brock Purdy, that's what they need to be calling for Trey Lance. And you saw that in the second half in the Texans game last year. That's the only time I really enjoyed the game plan that was called for Trey Lance. And he did amazing. That was his best half of his short, brief 4 career games. So the fact that we're trying to judge either one of these guys, honestly, it's way too soon. Brock Purdy, I mean, Nick Mullins had a better first start than Brock Purdy did. It's true, right? He's second only to Patrick Mahomes in his first, 12 starts, most yards, right? And Nick Mullins isn't the guy, right? So it's just very premature. And I try to tell these fan bases and stuff on Twitter to just cool your brakes a little bit. Let's not anoint Brock Purdy the man yet. Let's not write off Trey Lance. It's only time will tell, and there's still a lot more time before we can tell.
And I do think that Brock Purdy gives the Niners a legit chance to win a Super Bowl, but I don't know if he'll win it. And I don't know if he's good enough to win a Super Bowl. I don't know if he can stay healthy for more than a few games at a time. And I don't know if in the playoffs what he'll do. So just because he looks like an upgrade over Jimmy Garoppolo, that's not ultimately what you're looking for. That's not necessarily – it doesn't necessarily prove much. But again, I'm open-minded to Brock Purdy. He killed it yesterday. He was a pleasure to watch. And even though he's small and not – like Trey Lance is big and very athletic and a very strong arm, and you think, man, he can do everything. Well, he hasn't figured out how to do everything yet, and one day he might. Brock looks like a dude who can do a little bit of everything right now. And I don't know how long it'll keep going. You know, he could turn to a pumpkin at midnight like Cinderella. Yeah. But right now, it's a really fun ride. It's a really fun story, and I'm not putting any limitations on what he can do just because he looks like me.
Yeah. So the thing is about Brock Purdy, man, he's definitely fun. He's fun to watch. He's made the season way more exciting,
way better.
You know, I'm glad he's here. The story can continue just like it's on trajectory to continue right now, or it could end. Like, so it's just really hard for me to get overly excited about Brock Purdy. But I am excited. He is fun to watch. But I'm not even, you know, I've been pretty hard on Jimmy Garoppolo, but I'm not even ready to say that he's better than Jimmy yet. I'm just really not.
That's fair.
I want to see a big body of work before I even make that determination. But he is more exciting than Jimmy so far.